Welcome to this deep dive, and today we're going to be talking about something really interesting called action types.
Hmm.
Action types is, well, imagine if your training, even your recovery, is like tailored specifically to how you move.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of like the promise of action types.
Yeah.
So we're going to dive deep into it today.
Sounds good.
And our source is an interview with an expert
Yep.
who's been applying action types to some of the biggest names in various sports.
That's great. I think what's really interesting about action types
Yeah.
is that it's not just some new fitness fad.
Okay.
It's actually been around for a while,
Okay.
and it's been rigorously developed and tested, starting in volleyball.
Interesting.
And now it's used across over 30 sports.
Wow.
So we're talking elite athletes in football,
Mm-hmm.
ice hockey, basketball, swimming, fencing,
Wow.
even
Oh,
curling.
right. Over 30 sports.
Yeah.
Curling.
Uh-huh.
So this isn't just for power athletes then.
No, not at all.
Tell me more about how this actually works.
Well, at its core, Action Types is a system that analyzes how your body naturally moves
Oh,
to
okay.
personalize your training and optimize your performance in any sport.
Gotcha.
And it's about recognizing that we all have different strengths,
Mm-hmm.
different ways of generating power,
Okay.
and different coordination patterns.
Coordination patterns.
Yeah, those are the ways your muscle groups work together
Uh-huh.
to create smooth and efficient movement.
Gotcha.
So instead of trying to force everyone into the same mold,
Yeah.
Action Types helps you understand your individual blueprint and work with it.
I'm already seeing how this could challenge the way we traditionally think about coaching.
Right.
Like I remember in high school, my basketball coach
Yeah.
tried to teach everyone to shoot the exact same way. And let's just say some of us were more naturally suited to that style than others.
Exactly. And that's where Action Types really shines.
Okay.
By working with your natural tendencies, you actually become more efficient and powerful.
So it's not about abandoning everything. It's about refining and personalizing.
Exactly.
Okay.
Take ice hockey, for example.
Okay.
I've been working with a company called Hockey Coach
Interesting.
that applies Action Types to their training platform.
Okay.
They work with everyone from NHL players
Wow.
to national teams, and they've seen incredible results.
What kind of results?
Well, one of the most compelling findings
Yeah.
is that Action Types can actually help reduce the risk of concussions in hockey.
That's a bold claim.
It is.
How's that even possible?
Well, Action Types helps players develop better balance
okay.
and body awareness
Mm-hmm.
by teaching them to move in a way that's natural for their body.
Gotcha.
This makes them less susceptible to dangerous impacts and collisions on the ice.
So it's about making them more stable and resilient, not just stronger.
Exactly.
So it's not just about teaching them how to skate or shoot,
Right.
but about understanding how their entire body works together in motion.
Precisely. And this approach goes beyond just the physical techniques. The Hockey Coach platform even includes personalized recovery advice.
Hold on.
Yeah.
You're telling me my action type could influence how I recover after a workout?
Absolutely.
This is starting to sound like it affects more than just my muscles.
It does.
What about the mental side of sports?
Yeah,
Does action types play a role there too?
absolutely. And that's where it gets really interesting.
Okay.
There's a deep connection between our physical movement and our mental state.
Okay. I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
I believe that the body actually creates the mind.
Whoa, can you elaborate on that?
Yeah.
That's a pretty profound statement.
Think about it. The way you move influences how you perceive the world,
Okay.
how you react to stimuli, and even how you make decisions.
Mm-hmm.
So understanding your action type
Yeah.
can give you valuable insights into your mental approach to a sport.
Okay.
Yeah. So, for example, an athlete who naturally moves in a very explosive,
Okay.
dynamic way might also have a more aggressive, risk-taking mindset on the field. Conversely, someone with a more fluid, controlled action type might be more analytical and patient in their approach.
So you're saying our physical tendencies
Yeah.
can actually give us clues about our mental strengths and weaknesses.
Exactly. And by becoming aware of these tendencies, athletes can start to harness them to their advantage.
So they can develop training
Right.
and mental strategies that complement their natural style.
Exactly.
This is making me rethink my whole approach to fitness.
Yeah.
I've always been someone who pushes myself to the limit,
Uh-huh.
no matter what.
Okay. Yeah.
But maybe I should be paying more attention to how my body naturally wants to move.
That's a great insight. Action Types encourages us to listen to our bodies and work with them, not against them.
Okay.
And a fantastic example of this individualized approach can be seen in golf.
Golf.
Golf is a complex sport that requires incredible precision and control.
Okay.
It's also a sport where a lot of research has been done
Mm-hmm.
on how different people move and generate power.
That's interesting. I always thought golf was all about perfecting a single ideal swing.
That's a common misconception.
Yeah.
Just like in hockey, there's no one-size-fits-all approach to golf.
Okay.
And this is where the concept of coordination becomes so crucial.
All right, let's hear it.
Okay.
You mentioned coordination patterns earlier,
Right.
but why is coordination so important, especially in a sport like golf?
Well, when your body moves flawlessly together,
Hmm.
you generate power naturally without strain or risk of injury.
Okay.
This is true for any sport,
Right.
but it's particularly evident in golf.
Okay.
Think about the golf swing.
Yeah.
It involves a complex sequence of movements
Mm.
that have to be perfectly timed and coordinated to produce a powerful, accurate shot.
So instead of trying to muscle my way through a swing,
Right.
I should be focusing on creating a smooth, coordinated movement throughout my whole body.
Precisely. And action types can help you identify any imbalances or inefficiencies in your movement patterns.
How does that work in practice? How do you figure out someone's action type?
There are certified specialists who can analyze your movements
Interesting.
through a series of assessments.
Okay.
They look at things like your natural stance, how you generate power,
Mm-hmm.
your flexibility, and of course your coordination patterns.
So it's not just a personality quiz or something.
Oh.
This is a deep dive into how your body actually moves.
Exactly. It's a very personalized process,
Okay.
and the insights you gain can be incredibly valuable for any athlete.
I can see how this could be a game changer,
Right.
not just for elite athletes, but for anyone who wants to improve their performance
Right,
and
right.
reduce their risk of injury.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's about empowering athletes to understand their own unique way of moving
Okay.
and train in a way that aligns with their strength.
Okay, back to golf for a second.
Yeah.
You mentioned it's a sport where action types has been studied quite a bit.
It does?
What have researchers learned about how action types can be applied to improve someone's golf game?
Well, one key finding is that action types can help golfers adapt their technique as they get tired.
Oh,
18 holes is a long game.
Yeah.
And even the best players in the world start to lose their form as they fatigue.
This is something I can definitely relate to.
Yeah.
I don't know how many times I've started around strong and then completely fallen apart on the back nine because I'm exhausted.
Right.
Yeah.
Action types can help you recognize those subtle changes in your movement patterns as you tire
Okay.
and adjust your technique accordingly.
Interesting.
This can help you maintain consistency and avoid those frustrating moments where your shots go all over the place.
So it's not just about swinging harder or trying to force it when you're tired.
Right. It's about working smarter, not harder.
Gotcha.
It's about understanding how your body naturally wants to move
Okay.
and adjusting your technique to match your energy levels.
This is making me rethink my whole approach to not just golf, but to exercise in general.
Right.
It's about listening to your body and working with it, not against it.
That's the key takeaway here.
Okay.
It applies to any sport or physical activity.
This has been an incredible deep dive. I feel like we've gone from volleyball to hockey to golf and even explored the mind-body connection. It's clear that action types is about so much more than just physical technique.
It really is a holistic system. It's
Yeah.
about understanding the intricate relationship between how we move, how we think, and how we perform.
You mentioned earlier that action types can even impact mental coaching. Can you give me some specific examples of how that works?
Absolutely. Let's say you have an athlete who tends to get anxious before competitions.
Okay.
If their action type suggests they thrive in a fast-paced, high-energy environment, their mental coach might encourage them to incorporate some dynamic warm-up routines
Okay.
or visualization techniques that emphasize speed and explosiveness.
Mm.
This helps align their mental and physical states, putting them in the optimal zone for performance.
So instead of trying to calm them down,
Right.
which might go against their natural tendencies,
Yeah.
they're actually amplifying their energy in a positive way.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's about working with their natural wiring, not against it. On the other hand, an athlete with a more fluid, controlled action type might benefit from mental exercises that focus on calmness, precision, and strategic thinking.
Hmm.
Their coach might guide them through breathing exercises or mindfulness practices to help them stay grounded and focused.
This is fascinating. It sounds like action types can provide a framework for personalizing mental training just as much as physical training.
That's the beauty of this system. It's not a one-size-fits-all approach.
Mhm.
It's about recognizing that each athlete is unique and tailoring their training to their individual needs.
Earlier, you said that you believe the body creates the mind. This whole conversation has really got me thinking,
Uh,
if that's true, could mastering physical movement through something like action types actually unlock mental potential we haven't even tapped into yet?
that's a very insightful question, and I believe the answer is yes. When we move efficiently, when we're in tune with our bodies,
Mm.
it creates a sense of flow and harmony that extends to our minds as well. Think about how you feel after a great workout or a long run.
Yeah,
You're not just physically energized.
right.
You're mentally sharper and more focused.
It's like our physical state can influence our mental state and vice versa.
Precisely, it's a two-way street. By optimizing our movement, we can create a positive feedback loop that enhances both our physical and mental capabilities.
Wow, that's a powerful thought to leave our listeners with.
It is empowering, isn't it?
Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive into the world of action types. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling inspired to pay closer attention to my own movement patterns and explore how I can optimize my performance both on and off the field.
I encourage you to do so. The more we understand about how our bodies work, the more we can unlock our full potential as human beings.
To all our listeners, thanks for tuning in. Keep exploring, keep moving, and keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
Until next time.